It has been, I'm pretty much sure, the definition of forever since I've done a Goodreads psychic video. Other things, life, other videos I had to shoot just got in the way. But no more, I'm putting my foot down. We're doing another Goodreads psychic video here and now. Let's start. This is the part of the show where I analyze people's Goodreads and recommend them a book I think they'll love. Bekah AwesomeBookNut is one of my favorite fellow booktubers. She's a mom, and I've already told her that when I start having kids, I'm gonna pick her brain about how to schedule in booktubing when you have a litter of rugrats. Anyway, she's 29, she's rated 659 books with an average rating of 3.62, so like me, she's pretty conservative in her rating strategy. She loves fairy tale retellings like Cruel Beauty and Of Beast and Beauty and Cress. She also loves other YA fantasy. She really dug the selection, saying she couldn't put it down. Really enjoyed Throne of Glass. When she read Shatter Me, she said, finally, something worth reading. Other various loves of hers are The Graveyard Book, Persuasion, Ender's Game, and Animal Farm. Interestingly to me, she really hated The Duff. Like 1-star rating hated it. To the point where she was so frustrated she couldn't articulate her hatred at the moment in her review, so she said she'd come back to it and never did. So it's the mystery of why she hated The Duff, and now I'm curious. She also didn't like Stone Cold Touch by Jennifer L. Armentrout, or 50 Shades of Grey, or Beautiful Disaster. Really, she doesn't like overly dark sexualized things, or things that are too, I'd say, schmaltzy. At one point for The Clockwork Prince, she says, I'm so sick of hearing how beautiful Will's face is. Another favorite moment of mine in her reviews is when she declares that the main character of The Mask of the Red Death needs a swift kick in the butt. Good times. Really, her negative reviews are pure gold. It's like reading Roger Ebert's book, Your Movie Sucks. Alright, so we're avoiding overly sexualized or schmaltzy. I'd go in the fantasy direction. And as we know she loves fairy tale retellings, I'm actually going to recommend 2 books to her, both by the same author, Robin McKinley. She does a bunch of fairy tale retellings, but the pair I'm going to recommend to her are both retellings of Beauty and the Beast. They're called Beauty and Rose's Daughter. She wrote them 20 years apart, and they are both lovely takes on the tale, so enjoy. Alright, next up is Reading Miss Froggy. Also known as Maud, she's from the Netherlands and is 23 years old. She lists her favorite genres as young adult, fantasy, classic, historical fiction, and manga. She's rated 886 books for an average rating of 3.45. So again, pretty conservative rater. She's also a Goodreads librarian. In fact, she's the 34th highest ranked librarian in the Netherlands on the site. She loves Pride and Prejudice, saying that she squealed so much in the last few chapters, which happens to me every time I reread that damn book. She also loved Poison Study, which is a really great YA fantasy book. She said there was just a constant flow of action and mystery. She loved the selection, saying very simply and succinctly, just wow. Other books she loves, The Hunger Games, The Host, the Percy Jackson series, and The City of Bones. She did not like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, saying the only really funny thing she could find was a depressed robot. Okay, so I definitely think we should stick in the YA fantasy genre, so I'm going to recommend one of my favorite YA fantasy books, which is Brightly Woven by Ms. Alexandra Bracken. A young wizard arrives in a desert village in need of an assistant. I adore this book, and from the YA fantasy books that Maud likes to read, I think this will be a book she loves as well. Okay, if you're not already on my list to be analyzed and would like to be, drop your Goodreads link in the comments below, and I will see all of you, hopefully sooner rather than later, for another Goodreads Psychic.